Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Karr and I'm here to help you make smarter choices to live a healthier life. So today I'm going to be discussing my Oura Ring. I've been wearing this thing for almost 2 years now, and only recently did I stop and ask myself, how does it actually work? Like, how does it know when I'm asleep? Why does a red light come on at nighttime, but a green light shows up during intense workouts? And how did it predict that I was snowboarding? So today we're going to go under the hood of the Oura Ring. This isn't some dry, technical breakdown. This is me genuinely trying to answer the question, what is this thing actually doing? And can I trust the data? Let's start first with what's inside the Oura Ring, because at first glance, it just looks like a sleek metal band. But inside, it's packed with several key sensors to track everything from sleep to recovery. Have you ever noticed that red light at night? That's the infrared LED sensor tracking your heart rate and HRV or heart rate variability. Infrared light penetrates deeper into the skin and it works better in low light conditions, making it ideal for nighttime tracking. Now, during intense workouts, like when I'm at jiu-jitsu, I've seen a green light turn on. That's because green LEDs are better for tracking rapid changes in blood flow. So the Oura switches to green when it needs real-time heart rate data. Additionally, there's an accelerometer or movement detector. This tracks your activity, sleep, and even some workouts based upon movement patterns. If you're still for long periods, Oura assumes you're asleep. And lastly, there's the temperature sensors. These detect subtle body changes. They don't emit any visible light, but they constantly track your body temperature shifts, helping refine tracking data and even detecting when you may be getting sick. So when you lie still, your heart rate slows and your temperature shifts. Oura puts the pieces together and assumes you must be either going to sleep or you've fallen asleep. Now here's something interesting. It's not just tracking movement. It's actually trying to predict what you're doing. The Oura Ring learns from movement patterns and previous activity logs. Like the other day, it suggested I was snowboarding. And it was right, but how did it know? The Oura Ring doesn't have GPS, but if your phone is with you, it may use location data to help refine activity selection. That's why after tracking snowboarding at Jackson Hole the other day, it was able to suggest it again. So while it's not precise, it's usually directionally accurate. It may not always name the exact activity, but it generally gets it pretty close. Now let's talk about HRV or heart rate variability, because this is a perfect example of where Oura trades absolute precision for convenience. So for the most accurate HRV measurement, you'd want to use an ECG or an electrocardiogram, which is going to directly measure your heart's electrical signals. Oura relies, on the other hand, on something called PPG or photoplethysmography. This is a light-based sensor that tracks blood flow. It's great for tracking trends, but it's not as precise as ECG. That said, I've noticed when I'm feeling like my workout wasn't great, my readiness score is generally low. So while it's not perfect, it's shockingly accurate at reflecting recovery, which again is what HRV is used to help measure. Another great part of the Oura Ring is the accountability factor. You can't lie to yourself. I've never had a few alcohol-containing beverages in the evening or eaten late at night or drink caffeine late in the day and not seen it have a direct negative impact by lowering my HRV or heart rate variability. The data doesn't lie. It's like a built-in accountability partner. And then recently, when I was getting sick, I was coming down with a virus, or it picked up on an increased heart rate and elevated temperature before I even felt bad. That's when I realized this thing does more than just counting steps. A couple other things that I think are really cool about the Oura Ring are the circles feature, as well as integration with software for doctors' offices. So with circles, it basically lets you gamify your health. It lets you share your data with friends and family through the app. And so you can kind of compete on things like rest and recovery. This is something my wife and I currently do. Additionally, some doctors use a software called Heads Up Health. And with that software, it's integrated with Oura Rings and it lets them monitor their patients' health trends over time. I also really appreciate how Oura is constantly iterating, and with new software that they roll out with any of the app updates, there's new functionality that gets added in. So one of those, for example, is they recently rolled out something that they call cardio capacity. And essentially it's an estimated VO2 max test where you walk outside on a flat surface at a brisk pace for 6 minutes. And from there, they're able to estimate your VO2 max. And what I plan on doing in the future is, and I haven't done that test yet, but I plan on doing that and comparing it to an actual medical grade VO2 max just to see how they match up. So in closing, I was really excited to have been able to make this video. As I mentioned on the outset, I've been wearing this ring now for going on 2 years and really not understanding exactly how it's working. And as I, was able to kind of dive in a little bit more and better understand exactly how it's working, it's given me a lot more confidence in the data that it's reporting back to me. As I mentioned earlier, it's directionally accurate. So it's not going to be precise. You're not going to get exact medical grade measurements. But I think when you combine the data that it does report back, as well as the form factor, this is a lot easier for me to wear, especially with activities like wrestling versus a watch or something like a Whoop strap. And so I find that balancing everything out, while I may be trading some accuracy, this is the most convenient fitness tracker that I've come across. And so I really hope that other people, whether you currently wear an Oura Ring or it's something you've thought about, hopefully this, provides you some more information that you're going to find helpful. As always, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below, as well as hit like and subscribe. Again, this is Dr. Karr, trying to help you make smarter choices to live a healthier life. Thank you.